Contract Law Essentials. Are you ready to delve into the essentials of contract law? This video will explore key elements such as offers, invitations to treat, and the postal rule. Get ready to understand how consideration impacts enforceability. An offer is a statement of terms by which the offeror is ready to be bound. It must be complete, specific, and acceptable without further negotiation. Offers can be conditional, needing particular requirements to be met. Termination can occur if the offer is withdrawn before acceptance. Communication is key in forming a binding contract. An offer may be terminated if it is withdrawn before acceptance. Death of the offeror or failure of a condition can also end an offer. A reasonable time lapse can lead to termination. Acceptance must be communicated for a contract to form. The timing of communication is crucial in contract formation. An invitation to treat invites others to make an offer. It is not intended to be binding. Contractors bid on jobs unaware of others' bids. Unlike auctions, the client decides based on submitted tenders. This protects clients from unwanted contracts. An invitation to treat is not an offer, but a request for offers. Clients advertise jobs, inviting contractors to submit tenders. An offer is made when the client selects a contractor. This distinction protects clients from unintended contracts. Clarity is crucial in job advertisements. Postal rules address issues in distant communication. They are exceptions to general offer and acceptance rules. Offers can be revoked before acceptance. Postal rules clarify acceptance timing in distant contracts. Delays in mail can affect contract formation. Contract enforceability requires clear offer and acceptance. Postal delays complicate this process. Senders must verify email receipt in distant communication. Postal rules apply to emails but lack legislative clarity. Instantaneous communication is not always possible. Consideration is essential for enforceable contracts. It is the price of a promise, not always financial. A promise is binding if something is given in return. Consideration distinguishes a promise from a gift. It is a fundamental contract principle. Consideration is needed for new and varied contracts. It need not benefit the promisor directly. It can be a detriment to the promisee or a third-party benefit. Consideration differs from the motive for contracting. It is crucial for contract validity. Consideration must not be passed. It must relate to the promise. It must move from the promisee to be enforceable. Legal consideration cannot be immoral or illegal. A request for consideration must be clear. It must provide some economic value. Consideration must offer some benefit or detriment. It need not be substantial but must have value. Sentimental value alone is insufficient. A promise not to sue can be valid consideration. Legal claims must meet specific criteria for consideration. Performing an existing duty usually lacks consideration. Exceptions exist if a new benefit is conferred. Public duties require something extra for consideration. Contractual duties to third parties can be valid consideration. Courts aim to prevent extortion and duress. Public duties require additional acts for consideration. This discourages demanding extra benefits for duties. A legal claim must be reasonable to be valid consideration. Promisees must believe in their claim's success. Concealed facts can invalidate consideration. Existing duties to a promisor are usually not consideration. Courts avoid risks of extortion in these cases. Genuine contract renegotiations may allow exceptions. New benefits can make a promise binding. Duress must be absent for consideration validity. Promises to third parties can be valid consideration. Performance of obligations to another party counts. This applies even if duties were pre-existing. The promise must provide a new benefit. Courts recognize these scenarios in contract law. Consideration must be legal and not against public policy. Illegal acts cannot form valid consideration. Contracts must align with legal and moral standards. Courts uphold legality in contract enforcement. Consideration must support lawful agreements. Consideration must be requested by the promisor. It distinguishes conditional gifts from contracts. An implied request can suffice in some cases. The promisee must provide consideration for enforceability. This principle ensures clarity in contractual obligations. Consideration must have some economic or material value. Emotional value alone is not sufficient. Even negligible economic value can suffice. The value must benefit the promisor or detriment the promisee. Courts require tangible value and consideration. Promising not to enforce a claim can be consideration. Claims must be reasonable and believed valid. Concealed facts affect validity. Intention to pursue claims is crucial. This principle supports legal negotiation and resolution. Practical benefits can validate existing duties. Renegotiations must be free of duress. New benefits make promises binding. Courts support genuine contract adjustments. Consideration must reflect practical contractual realities. Performing duties to third parties can be valid consideration. It supports promises made to another party. Obligations must confer a new benefit. Courts recognize these scenarios in contract law. Consideration must reflect genuine contractual intent. In conclusion, understanding contract law requires a grasp of offers, invitations, and consideration. The postal rule and legal requirements influence contract enforceability. With clear principles, contracts can be formed and enforced effectively. Thank you for watching this video.